What we're doing right here. Very good morning to you on the 8th of February 2024. Now, you know, you're starting your day the beautiful way, especially if you're joining us today on the DUMELA BOTSWANA breakfast show as we show you the skyline and, you know, hype you up for the day that is right ahead of you. It's a beautiful, beautiful day that we're waiting to be part of. And you are all part of us today as we started. You can expect the forecast for today. Charming Gamiland and Southern District with partly cloudy and very hot and isolated thunderstorms. Khanti Southeast, Katlenkwen in Central and Northeast District, partly cloudy and extremely hot with isolated thunder showers. Kalahari District, partly cloudy and extremely hot. And of course, it is very hot with extreme temperatures ranging from 36 to 40 degrees today. So make sure that as you head to your CBD, as you head to your work areas and school, you are wearing all the right gear. Your hats, your umbrellas, but you definitely don't forget that smile as you start this beautiful day. The breakfast show, proudly sponsored by Botswana Post. And I welcome you to join us as we make your day brighter and better today. But I'm definitely never alone. I've got the beautiful Risera with me. Hi, Risera.
Right, it looks like beautiful. It's my new name. But anyway, how are you doing? Are you well?
Beautiful. How are you doing?
I'm great, can't complain. The only thing that I can complain about is the heat because it's just too hot.
Yes.
Even last night, I don't know how many times I had to wake up last night, but hey, I'm glad to be alive.
We're pushing. I think by the weekend the heat wave would have subsided and we'll be back
they
to
said
normal.
up until the 10th.
The 10th? Isn't that in 2 days?
That's on Saturday.
Okay.
But I know they might change again and say there's another heat wave.
So we can only hope.
You can only hope. And it's so funny because my car has got a thing of temperature. So my it's at 42 degrees Celsius. The highs for today is going to be 40, so Neki what exactly was going on.
But the feeling feels like 45 degrees. Let me just say that. But yeah, we always say that don't forget to drink water, don't forget to wear your sunscreen, the usual. Make sure that you are in this weather.
Definitely. And it always feels good to be here between 6 and 8 on DUMELA BOTSWANA breakfast show because these are the voices saying immediately how you get to hear these voices. Good morning to you. At least each and every single day you get a good morning from us.
You don't get it on your phone. Hello, so
hey,
good morning.
Good morning. Yeah. Anyway,
all
what
right,
do you have
it's a Thursday, so you know that with Botswana Post as our sponsor, we make sure that they come here, tell us what's happening in the streets and what they're up to. And today we have them in partnership with FNB Kazungula Bridge Marathon, and they were talking about a merchandise distribution. So if you're part of that, if you want to be part of the marathon, make sure that you stay tuned in the last hour of the show. We can tell you now you can buy your merchandise and what to expect on that glorious day. Are you a runner? Have you ever done a marathon? Let me ask that. Okay. But what do you have for me?
Okay. I love the fact that FNB Bikazungula Marathon is coming and they're partnering with Botswana Post. One thing that I truly like about Botswana Post is that part of what they are doing is adding value to the Sustainable Development Goals that they do have. Because I know it's an organization it's for the people, it's for the process, it's for the and also for the products and the process. So I think this also goes a long way. But anyway, now on my side, it's like at the top, we want you to get fit. So you are not fit today. This is the day the Lord has made for you to get fit. After that, Karabo Tlabale ha khonela tsone tsa metshameko ha tla re khantele on my first interview. Ke tla ke bua le the managing director of Absa Life Botswana. Ya ka re tla be le gore re bua ka the new funeral policies se leng gore tota they've recently introduced. Ga twa ga toka senya batho ba le 23 mo go yone, maybe you can get 25% of your first premium after every 3 years. So that's something to be on the lookout for. Very exciting because hey, tomorrow it's not promised. It's at 7 o'clock e be le gone gore tsa khasa rena di khangela ntlha mo tsela gompieno e di khangka teme ya setswala mo ska le bala gore we also have Discover Botswana each and every single day, and guess what, today it's all about the Lion Park.
I know, it's very exciting out there. Where can you go during the weekends? I think we're trying to find ways that are out of our norms. The places that we can. So make sure that you stay tuned for Discover Botswana. But of course, it's going to be a great day. Regardless of the heat, we are bringing the heat for you today. But
or maybe you're the hit. Because she's the hit, let's go and make more heat outside. I don't know. Let's go and get fit.
Over the past 30 years, we have been involved in many lives. We say thank you for trusting us to be your preferred medical aid provider. Most importantly, we want to thank the more than 82,000 principal members that have made us Botswana's #1 medical aid.
People must recant when the #1. Ya Botswana botle. People must recant when the #1. Ya Botswana botle.
Good morning. Welcome to Get Fit with Bipomas. My name is Vicky and my man Taone. So today's session is HIIT training, high intensity interval training. So we're gonna do 10 exercises, which is yes. So heart rate up, down, heart rate up and down. So are you guys ready? Are you ready, my man? Yes. Let's start with warm up. Right here. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go. Chop. Yes. Warm up, guys. Warm up. 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 There you go. Let's go. Take it up. 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 Let's go up. Yes. 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 Oh yes. We're still together, guys. Let's go. Yes. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Stretch. Stretch it out. Stretch it up. Let's go. Okay. Our exercise starts now. So we're gonna start with high knee. Okay. 4, 3, 2. Let's go. 1. 30 seconds, guys. 30 seconds. Let's go. Push it. Knee high. If you can't do that, just take it down here. Okay, let's go. As soon as you go above your belly button. Let's go. Take it out. 10 seconds to go. Push it. Jump. Yes, let's go. 4, 3, 2, and relax. Woo. Yes. Okay, guys, now, right here, you're gonna give me bicycle crunch. Okay, 30 seconds. Be up here. 4, 3, 2. Let's go. 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 Push. 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 10 seconds. Let's go. Up. 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 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Okay. Yes. Whew. Okay. So we're gonna go hop in, take it down 30 seconds. Let's go, guys. 4, 3, 2, let's go. Here, here, in and out. Let's go. Push. Yes, yes. Go. All the way. Let's go, guys. Keep going. Yes. Push it. Go. Go. Up. Up. Yes. Come on. Let's go. Up. Yes. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and stop. Are we going together? Go side and side. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, go. Hop. Over here. Let's go. Jump. 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 Let's go. Keep going. As fast as we can. Let's go. Keep going. Let's go, guys. Keep going. Yes. 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 4. Go. 3. 4. 2. Yes. And 1. Okay. Thank you, guys. That was good. Thank you guys for watching and working out with us. If you missed today's session, just log on.
Mothatso madume ke bula karabo miske bo sena taba go tshwaretse jalo tsa metshameko mo la boneng ono re tla lebella gareng gate dingwe ka ha leng gore ba tshameke ba rona ba ba ka ko Egypt ba ile go tsena metshameko a J200 ba ira ka tselentse jang re tla lebella jalo ba taekwondo ya ka o itsela gore most of the sporting codes kgang ye leng gore ba siana le yone ke gona go ipetela phatha ko metshameko yone ele ya Paris 2024 Olympics mele bone ba ile go leka jalo gore ba qualify le yone metshameko ya di Olympic re tla lebella motshameko mogolo le tsotsabikile mo tsela maabane ka go jwane ya ka stapa sa jone Galaxy bane ba amogetse jalo stapa sa Gaborone United le gore ipankanyo ya dithopa ya kareta bo re tsana jalo mo weekendeng e leng gore metshameko ya Botswana Premier League e tabontse tswelela rena re tla video mo go gore ba ira ka tselentse jang Cricket World Cup under 19 le yone re ta go ba jalo mo dinakong ka yone and of course Africa Cup of Nations the drama which was happening yesterday especially between Nigeria and South Africa. At the end of the day, it was the Super Eagles by long they progressed to the finals. FA Cup, the replays little nerta go hamadu azone ele motshameko wa Copa del Rey NBA hone gona le motshameko jalo ele wa Bundesliga le bonerta go ba jalo mo dinako mele ga le a re sebele jalo ka stopper sa rona se leng gore se ka go Egypt le bana ba tshameka tennis gore mo se la maabane re le tsere bona jalo tshameka mme go tshamekang ga bone maduo ha ka nna a ileng gore gongwe re sego motho o na ka sologela ya magna wa Unatsameka motsatsing la maabane unfortunately he lost in the second round o ka itsela gore Magna wa na fengwa jalo ke Guy Vorwerk o tswang ka lahase la South Africa a mo fanya jalo 6-1 6 love me ha lebella jalo gore ba setsana ba rona bone ba irile ka tselentse jang ke bua ka Chelsea ga mmogo le Naledi re letse re bana ba lathagelwa in the quarterfinals ele tsone tsa the doubles ba ne ba fengwa ke bobedi jo botswang ka ko Egypt ba fenya jalo 6-1 6 love le ha gongwe re lathegetse gone go le thata ke go tshameka jalo go tshamekala jalo di position jaanong mo metshamekong e setseng o itse jalo gore se le ka Monday e be go ntsha jalo the ITF rankings go bona gore gone mme ba tsana ba rona le basimane ba rona yes ba na le di points tse le gore ba di gaina gore di points gaining ditabo di batsere di ba lathetse ha kae after J200 one ka go Egypt
and the beauty about it ke one gore ga ba tsahela from the first stages bona ile gore they went as far as go godimo ya le so ke dumela gore tla re in terms of the world rankings ditla e be le gore in terms of positioning also go botoka hela thata ka tswa e le gore yes ga ba fenya but the exposure and also just the skills hela gore e be le gore o tshameka the game internationally with experienced players out there, so it goes a long way.
It goes a long way. Melagale a ruta jalo mo moetele dipeleng wa lekgotla la Botswana Tennis Association yo jalo ka re wa itse thipe ja ka re ba jalo mo dinakong ka stoppa sa rona gore ba dirile jang go eng ka bone ele ba BTA.
And the girls quarterfinals doubles, Naledi again and Chelsea Changanyuka lost to Kenzie Sharif and Malak Sosen of Egypt 6-love 6-1. And the boys second round, Bakdawa also lost 6-love 6-1 to Guy Wojek of South Africa. Our players will continue playing for positions on Thursday. Overall, our players did very well by picking up some points. So on Monday, when the ITF released some international rankings, the players would have picked up valuable points.
Tabarile jalo go bana yalo the valuable points tse le gore bana ba rona ba tanna le tsone a bane ba ITF ba taba ba release jalo the rankings on Monday. A re tsene mo go tsa le khota la Botswana Tennis Association re bele jalo go go ba taekwondo ya ka le bone ba le ka na phata jalo ka ko metshamekong ya Olympic ya Paris 2024 Olympics o ka itse gore ba le khotela Botswana Taekwondo Federation ba emeletse mo tsela mabane go le ba jalo ka ko Senegal go leng gore ba ile go tsenela jalo the African qualifiers Olympic qualifiers is a tournament re se go leng gore simolla jalo mo tsela la ka moso go itheleng jalo di 11 tsa February o ka itse gore team ya Botswana ena jalo le Karabo Kula ena jalo le Wadal Ernest Samatsozo Ernest Wadal Samatsozo ke no le gore te gona jalo tatebile re motho a ka re rometse jalo jone bobedi jone jo mme ka itselo gore ba katise gona le Gladys Njoroge ke ne mo katise ga mmogo jalo le Tumela Mapila le the team manager ba ile gore ba tsamaile le stop persone seo go le ba jalo ka ko Senegal ya ka ba le ka jalo gore le bone ba ipone phata ko metshamekong ya Olympic re tse di clear ra tota hela ha le bella taekwondo ya tumayalo yalo and le batshameki ba ile gore ra ba romela to such high competitive games gone go metshameko yone ya taekwondo. I think mo go bone go takganya gore ba package sente batho ba ba itse ya ka other sporting codes ke batho ba le gore bontsi ja sebaka you have to literally dig deep go bona jalo anything from taekwondo being information being the tournament tsa bone gompe kwa bona gore ba isa team bana jalo ka ko Senegal for Olympic qualifiers but ha se go gone le se you know and lengwa ga sa lose molotsa ha se go nne le any tournament go bona gore okay gone mme a bana ba leng gore ra ba isa ba sharp not only relying on training ya bana because I always say training and match day or competition day two different things.
Yeah, true.
You know,
and how do you along it's another sporting code eleng gore lo ne re tleke feel gore in terms of harise re tlhaloganya ya fencing where it takes the sports administrators tsanetsa that particular sporting codes gore be le gore ba re tsenya ba re bolella ka yone ra itse. That's when now even the sponsor can tap into you gore are tsa 20 pula ke o tsa 10 pula ke so ha re sa itse tla be re beta madi a rena mo go
exactly and they're not utilizing social media. Always you'll never go wrong with social media.
Ka bo gompieno hela wa makarabo hela o khana social media so I mean I'm
not managing social media, but they should do better. Re taleka jalo gore re ba goroga sente jaanong competition e simolotse re itshwaraganye le bone re utwa jalo gore gone mme ba ira yang gone ka ko Senegal ya ka ba batla go iponna phata jalo ka metshamekong ya Olympics eta be tshware jalo ka kwala ha tsela France ka ngwagono gore o itse re ke re ira khandane tsa 169 168 days before the Olympics. So rira countdown ya tsone the Olympic. Already we have 5 athletes ba e leng gore ba qualify le Letsile Tebogo, Colin Kibina Tsipi, gona le Baya Pondoro, gona le Lungo Scotch, le Tshepiso Masalela. Ke bana ba e leng gore they have already qualified for the Olympics, and we want more. We don't only want athletics gore ne yone qualify boxing batabo ba melela le bone go go le ka jalo ka ko Italy ko le gore ba go tsenela jalo the World Olympic qualifiers go tana jalo le ko Thailand. So we need different sporting codes tse leng gore di taipana phata jalo ko metshameko yone ele ya di Olympic. A re jalo go ba taekwondo lebelle mo tsetsi la maabane ka ko jwaneng go letse go metshameko wa Botswana Premier League ya ka Stoppasa Gaborone United ba ne ba etetse jalo Stoppasa Jwaneng Galaxy dithopa tseo ka bobedi di tshameka jalo malekale fela le fela metshameko e kuelwang bontsi ja sebaka
ile gona mo ke gona mo teng gona ram gona
metshameko e kuelwang bontsi ja sebaka yeah, I mean on paper the expectation is a lot, but Hasana it's a totally different story. There is pressure, you know, on both sides. This is the much talked about encounter.
We're talking about the two teams saying
you get you win as Jwaneng Galaxy, you know what happens. You win as Gaborone United, you know what happens. Pressure here like Abuyo and Jalo metshameko e metonelo gore ithala ikuelo tota ithala lo gore the delivery delivery on the day thala se yone sente ya ka go letse go tshamekile jalo malekale fela le fela gone ka ko Galaxy Stadium o itse gore maduo ao ana ra gore Township Plus e tswela ntse le go godimo bana le 31 points. Stoppasa Jwaneng Galaxy bana le 29 points. Township Plus has played 2 more games than Jwaneng Galaxy. Gaborone United bana jalo le 28 points. Has Stoppasa Security Systems bana le 22 points. Matebele bana le 21 points. Traffic 20 points. Stoppasa BDF 11 Balama Sport number 7 bana le 20 points. Rapa United bana le 17 points ke bana ba ba garela njalo top 8 bottom 8 similar ke Masita Oka bana le 17 points on spot number 9 number 10 ke Stoppasa Swa Flamingos bana le 14 points. Stoppasa Morupule bana le spot number 11 bana le 14 points le bone Mr. Stoppasa Police 11 bana le 14 points ba mo spot number 12 number 13 ke Holy Ghost e leng gore bana le 14 points ba bana le 14 points is fashionable ka go Botswana Premier League me ga le bala tselong gore ha nna go ka tiliki yeme gompieko VTM ne tsamaya ka 13 points. 11 Angels le bone ne ba tsamaya ka 13 points. Nico United ne tsamaya ka 10 points. O bua ka go tsamaya ga dithopa o ka itsela gore metshameko ya Botswana Premier League itabo e tswela jalo over the weekend me metshameko le taba ru libile taba le Stoppasa VTM ga mmogo jalo le Holy Ghost ru libile thata ka gore Holy Ghost on spot number 12 bana jalo le 14 points. Ha VTM bana le 13 points. Should VTM win that encounter bata ba tola Stoppasa Holy Ghost ba ba digela kota se me ha ile gore Holy Ghost ka fanya motshameko se se taba se ra gore go ntse go nna thata mo Stoppeng sa VTM mo setsi la maabane rena ra etela jalo ikatiso ya Stoppasa sa VTM go utwa jalo ka ha ba ipankanyang ka teng pele ba kopana le Holy Banyana.
Preparation are nice against Holy Ghost. We started ka Tuesday. Rasamgila on a Sunday, renewal break ja Monday, and then Tuesday reta Wednesday retile gompieno. Regard preparation are nice the kontaga goreng we lost against Galaxy ka Sunday me mo gorang goreng preparation ya rona ha ka ke a tshwana le Galaxy for sure re ta tsona go re dire dilonyana tse pedinyana tse tharo tse re di boneng tse ne di shota go game ya rona. Yeah, for sure tota re mo redlining mongwe le mongwe wa itse mo VTM yo tshameka mo VTM le coach gore re mo redlining, and we are quite sure gore re tshameka le batho ba le gore le bone ba batla di points jaaka re di bata, but rona re di bata go heta bone as we speak.
Jalo ba Stoppasa VTM ba thalosa jalo ka halo gore ba ipanganya ka ba ha ela di tenyana di khanga ko VTM gore Can I move VTM? People don't know. It's a little, no, like, dude, hey, it's a little,
so
VTM is a national interest. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
It's a little, I guess, in a quad play of most of VTM. Rotana lidi peto mona ko etsa hedi sempelo ka ko VTM ba mokatisi go le ba ga ile gore o tatsa ma gone ka ko ka ga ntse go du me bile ba itse re keng se se funny ne mokatisi le gore ba mmata ke mokatisi a stopper sa Holy Ghost. So it's gonna be this encounter is going to be interesting in that regard. But until the most of the Botswana Premier League, let's say one of the Lamabane or Nero when me to get Hedile who crewmate or Hedile Nervana and what Talusa or has a resignation Niki Matata, telling the board members of Nekako, a Holeto Talisa Jalo Horizon, Jalo Baleba, Nekiaka Me, Elizabeth Mama Bilo, Stapa Police 11 Kakusom. Wasta pasa rapa United di Boko Buzwane wa Calendar Stars le Johanne Mchive ele independent board member. Okay, tselo gore bathalisa jalo gore they have resigned, but we never let you down. Going to dig deep gore go simolla go hiano go ra gore stege mo bolong ya Botswana.
Resignation se ditla go sna go iragalang why ba decide
gore resignation di tamara ga gore go nne le dikgantele tsa bolo ye me shareholders not happy, others signing, others not signing. It was a lot of drama. So
them, I want to know particularly about them, but
batang kholega o bata gore ke seke ke ta go bolela ha di khantsa teng hela di sida go tswa sente le bone hela officially communicating gore ba getso our board members has left, even though they may not say gore why did they leave o tshao yo gore gona me why did they leave me ke tsone tsele go dia diragala ka go Botswana Premier League re ta go bolela jalo metshameko e tshamekiwang over the weekend mo tsela ka moso gore dithopa tsa gago di tshameka go kae o ipankanye o ya go dinela jalo all the support they need. Mmele gale a re tsoma go tse re tsole kwa ntegala ha tshela Botswana le belle metshameko wa cricket o e leng go final ya under 19 cricket world cup e tsagaleditsweng ka South Africa re ta bana mo tsela gompeko ka 10 o'clock Australia e kopana jalo le ha tshela Pakistan o ke tsela gona India is waiting for the winner between Australia and Pakistan, and in Nalwana we fully agree that it's going to be Australia versus India in the finals. Right. Are tsa jalo mo go tsa cricket re belle jalo tsele tseni diragala ka Cote d'Ivoire ele the South Africa Cup of Nations. South Africa.
At least my prediction were right. With Nigeria.
Yeah, with Nigeria. You said Nigeria.
I was saying Nigeria and DR Congo.
Yeah.
But it went otherwise. But
Not
at
bad.
least 1 out of 2.
Not bad. Laba lost pasa South Africa ba nsiwa go di semifinals kana ba tshameka di semifinal inele ka 2000 le gore bana ba fengwa ke lehatsela Nigeria in the semifinals. Bana ba bua go rena ba bua gore o tsere keng ha modimo a batile o batile ha ele nako ke nako 1996 re win AFCON. I don't know why I was saying 94 yesterday, but they won it in 1996. What the here 2024 it looks like it's going to be our year. No, it's not going to be your year.
And also another thing that people were into Mabani, they wanted to know if the Bafana coach will get to do what he did on the previous game. Many saves and all of that.
Oh, the goalkeeper, Ronald Williams.
The goalkeeper,
yes.
But Mabani let's sabuni that happening.
There was something wrong with him, Mabani. Observant the entire game na tshwara le khitala ga gore Williams le ha ba hetsa go nosa the penalty last minute penalty ya gata bo mo kwena ntse ele motho a supa gore le khitala go ga la iketa sente me le ga le witsela gore Nigeria le South Africa di letse di tshamekile jalo maleka 1-1 extra time is another khana go nosa ra hela rile go di penalty after being the hero against Cape Verde and jalo Rowan Williams a ke ha ba tsile le gore ba ikeletse stopper sa Nigeria gore re hutaletse bana ba fenya stopper sa South Africa ka penalties tse nne go tse pedi di a rulelo go South Africa di penalty they go give credit to the Nigerian goalkeeper le gore le ene hela ona thiba jalo na thiba penalty nyana tsona tsa South Africa ba letse ba ntshiwa jalo setlhopha seo sa South Africa so re ba dule mme ga
hela with so much strength.
As compared to Nigeria. Ha go motho hela mo ya re go tsong ho ebe mathothali ba lla jalo the host ke bua ka setlhopha sa Cote d'Ivoire ya ka nna ba kopana le la hatsela DR Congo gore gone mme go tanna ja go re o itse re nako tse dingwe di mo ratile selo se ratile. Yes go re Cote d'Ivoire they have qualified to the knockout stages as the 4th best runner-up, literally with 3 points. Now they are going to the finals of Africa Cup of Nations. The finals Nigeria versus Cote d'Ivoire, but on Saturday losers finals bronze medalist South Africa. I want DR Congo to get it.
But South Africa will.
No. South Africa, Congo. Who do you think will win AFCON? Cote d'Ivoire, Nigeria?
Nigeria.
The Super Eagles.
I think Cote d'Ivoire for now they will have in terms of advantage morale and all of that in the stadia. But hella in terms of the field of play, I think Nigeria stands a better chance.
I think it's the first time that I will be watching AFCON final neutral. I don't really care much about the team itself or the game new winner. I'm just okay. But on Saturday, you know what? Just a neutral football lover. On Saturday I'll have a team to support. Has to pass South Africa ba kopana jalo le DR Congo. Me a re to jalo mo go tsa Africa Cup of Nations ka ko Cote d'Ivoire re bela jalo metshameko ya di replay ya FA Cup. Re le tshabikile ka temo setsi ma bani yo gore ba itimetse ma Chelsea ba letse ba khona go fa setlhopha sa Aston Villa ka notse tharo go elengwe se se ra gore ya no ke bana ba tabo mahetala go pele setlhopha sa Chelsea Nottingham Forest ele tshamikile maleka 1-1 le Bristol City go phelong ya letsatsi mra ga thago ya di penalty re bona setlhopha sa Nottingham Forest ele gore ba fenya motshameko ka thago tse tharo go tse pedi bitselo gore metshameko ele gore tata tsamikiwa around 26 re tabare bona le gore metshameko ya FA Cup etabo e tsamikiwa mme hela Chelsea beletse ba khone go hetala go pele ba happy ma Chelsea motho a ka re alo gore ba khone go fanya setlhopha seo sa Aston Villa a re tsena FA Cup re ba le motshameko no tsamikiwa ba Copa del Rey ya ka ba tshameka semi-finals first leg ka ha tsamaileng ka terletse re bana setlhopha sa Atletico Madrid ba fengwa ke setlhopha sa Athletic Club ka nno e lengwe go lefela re tla bona jalo second leg di tshamekiwa jalo ka di 27 and 28 tsa ga February gore gona mmiki di hidi thopa tse di tabang di ipona phata jalo ka ko the finals tsone tsa Copa del Rey ha re lebella motshameko o le mongwe wa Bundesliga o le tsengwe tshamekile Mabane let's rebana setlhopha sa Manizli Union Berlin di tshameka jalo maleka a 1-1 ha le balla loko ya bone ba Bundesliga ka tselo setlhopha sa Leverkusen ke bona ba leng gore ba go godimo ka 52 points Bayern Munich bana le 52 points setlhopha sa Stuttgart bana le 40 points Borussia Dortmund bana jalo le 37 points le top 4 me RB Leipzig ina le 36 points ke ka ha le gore loko ya bone tsama entse ka teng ha le balla kwa tase kwa ke Basa Darmstadt bana jalo le 11 points Mainz ina jalo le 12 points on spot number 17 ele jalo me ha le bala Union Berlin ele tse tshameka maleka le bone motsila mabane mo spot number 15 bana jalo le 18 points ke sone tse le gore di a diragala jalo tsa Bundesliga o tshameko le tse o tshamekile jalo mo tsatsi la mabane Bundesliga re helletsa jalo ka go lebella metshameko elia NBA le gore changes are happening. The Clippers are topping the Western Conference re lebile jalo the standings metshameko ne tshameka ne re bana setlhopha sa Spurs ba fengwa jalo ke setlhopha sa Miami Heat 116-104 ne re bana setlhopha sa Boston Celtics bana ba fenya jalo setlhopha sa the Hawks 125-117 me setlhopha sa Golden State Warriors sa Steph Curry bana ba fenya stopper sa Philadelphia Sixers ba fenya ngela 127-104. It will always be tough for Philadelphia Sixers without the star player Joel Embiid. Well, he is out for a couple of weeks, 5 weeks or so because of injury. Mulibala Jalo stopper sa the Raptors ba fenya Hornets after being beaten by the Lakers. Motenaro they will make a comeback against the Raptors. No, that wasn't the case. Bana bafanga against Pasosa Raptors 123 to 117 me Cavaliers. Bana bafanya stapa the Wizards baba fanya 114 to 106. Home samuko emi beje sweletseng Pasa Pistons, backup panelista Pasa the Kings, Mr. Pasa the Kings at halftime they are leading 52-46. Ulebella Jalo Horesta Pasa, the Clippers Lebone, Batulesi Jalista Pasa, the Pelicans, Misamukolo, and I think it's on halftime. Tadna Robajalomena Conhorita Mazamajang, Arakana Hakata Misamuka Panelista Cantejana, Hakataki Wilson Jalo, the Professor Tapan Tube, Selon Rebuka Sonele, Red Tube Hore. Rikhanza anti-doping mola haseleno ditweletse jalo ka go golela pele our athletes are testing positive ke se leng gore sira jalo gore di athlete di hele di test positive to substances which are prohibited. The pressure which comes with athlete wanting to qualify for bigger game for sitting tournaments gore khantile nankare motho careless mme se gore careless. How much do we educate our athletes when it comes to their substances they leng gore ga di le so kitabekena Dr. Tapan Tsube bua ka yena khanyone eo as a sports psychologist gore in instances where athletes test positive, what do we do in terms of us giving them all the necessary support? How do they deal with media? All of that retabia jalo ka tsana khante jana ha metsotsunyana le semele bothano morago ga nako ya bosupa ra ka tsetse wa re tsamela
batho ba dikgang bogolo ya rona ba sports because mala banela bua gore there is an athlete who tested positive.
Yes, there is.
Doping.
No, let me tell you something before you link to where you have to.
Okay.
Because we do have sources and everything. I know. I know who tested positive, but I can't just go out and say, hey, but Tamiti Mutlamelo Munsusi tested positive. The reason being that the communication, the information, it's not in anti-doping, Botswana athletics, that's when they are supposed to tell the nation. We have, had some cases before, but that's the process, thing. Now I can't just go out and say, report tested positive. No, we retest what am I going to say? How my credibility? Hello, I have my credibility to protect.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, Karabo has got a credibility to protect, but right now, let's go discover Botswana. We're going to Lions Park today.
DUMELA Botswana Breakfast Show in partnership with Nkawana Adventures bring you Discover Botswana, where we go around and explore the beauty of this magnificent country, and we bring it all to you. We'll be checking out some of the cool stuff here as they let us know about all the fun rides and the awesome rides that are available to you. But also one of my favorite things that I'm very excited about is checking out the lions today. Stay tuned to find out how you and your family can have some fun under the sun at Lion Park Resort. Joining me now is Kelly from Sales, who's about to tell me what else you can find here at Lion Park Resort, apart from the slides and the rides.
We also host school trips
tsa Botswana.
Kelly Are, there's more to Lions Park than what meets the eye. It's not just the rides and the slides. There's also a lot of packages that you and your family or your friends can come see. Also corporate packages for the government too. So if you're looking for your next Christmas party, look no further. Lion Park Resort is here. We'll go check out the rides right now and find out what rides are there and which one I can actually fit in and have fun on. All right now I am on the Star Dance and I can say I'm a star dancer right now, and I am with Victor, my new friend, who's going to tell me all about the rides and the slides that they have here at Lion Park Resort.
We have a variety of rides in Lions Park. So we cater for kids, we cater for families. At the entrance there we have the train, that is for a female ride. We have the big wheel, that is a female ride. Here we have a star dance that allows anybody who's above 1.3 meters. Back there we have the swings. The swings has a high speed that allows for people who are more than 1.3. Those who are less than 1.3, we give them a slow speed on the swings. And we have the elephants for kids now who are less than 1.3 meters. We have cups and sauces right there, which cater also for kids who are less than 1.3 meters. And the cars, which we call them Charlie Go Go, which are for kids who are less than 1.3 meters. We have an intermediate slide, which is for older people. We have a kiddies pool also, that is the slides. We also have a ride that side, the roller coaster. We have a ride that side also called the Daredevil. It's for everyone. The roller coaster, everyone who is above 1.25 is allowed to go on the roller coaster. Here in Lions Park we are saying, come and have fun with us.
Right here at Lion Park Resort. I'm very excited to go on the Star Dance. I think after this, I'm going to try the big wheel. I'm not going to go on the Gwazi. It sounds a little scary for me, but I'm sure if you are an adventure seeker, that one is exactly what you need to just, chill your bows up a bit. After this, we're going to check out the lions. I am so excited, but I'm also a little scared. But I'm very excited to see this. So let's go check out the lions. Behind me, we have one of the most spectacular animals to ever walk the African sands. We have the beautiful king of the jungle and queen. Her name is Naledi, and they are the lions of Lion Park Resort. And we have the beautiful guide and handler and best friend, I would say. Don is with me here. What would you say to bagolo le bana ba ba ka ka tlang go bona diphologolo tse dintletse?
Nka rotloetsa mongwe le mongwe ra gore a tle go itisa le rona ba tle go bona ditau ba itumela ebile ha ba tsena gape ke tlo ba kentse ke ba fa dithuto ka tau gore tau ke phologolo ntse yang e behavior yang gape tau ba bangwe ba akanya gore ke phologolo re nna ntse ile aggressive yala all the time bona gore e ketile e robetse yang ke dilo tse leng gore di monate gore ka di bona kwa mo Lion Park.
I did go on the Gwazi. No, I didn't. I was too scared to go ahead. But I did go on the big wheel, which was quite fun. And if you are an animal lover and you've never seen a lion before, this is your chance to come be up close and personal with them, with a guide to tell you all about the lions. We also got to see how there's so many lifeguards around, making sure that your children are safe. And also the conductors of all the rides are always there making sure that you and your children are safe. What I like the most is for children and adults, there are very shaded areas where your child there, you're in a shaded area, you can braai. If you don't want to braai, you can buy the food in the restaurant and quite enjoy yourself the whole time. There is also a bar area which caters for all. So I think it's an all-round fun place to be, where everybody gets to have something to do. I thoroughly enjoy myself, but as you know, all good things do come to an end. And as we started here, we do end here. We're about to go on the final ride, which is the train. It's going to be a fun ride.
ka tsensiano wetswa re tswele thulaganyo ya gago ya mamorato ya Dumela Botswana Breakfast Show ka go tsena mo puisanong ya rena ya ntlha mo tsatsi lone la gompieno ke go boletse re tla re tswa ka fa le gore tla go bua ka the new funeral scheme e leng gore teng mme go tswa gone ka ko Absa Life Botswana ke na jalo the managing director gone ka ko ke bua jalo ka Rethebe Modikwa ba re there is a new baby o e leng gore o teng yalo in terms of funeral scheme e teng or funeral plan. Modikwa, good morning.
Good morning, Risego. Very happy to be here.
Same here. Feels good to see you. And
Thank
Happy
you.
New Year.
Gompieno ke tsile mo madirelong a gago. La boela re kopana no nketetse.
Era ne ke go etetse. Mela a re simolela ko ntlheng tota hela re bua gone gore I know gore with Absa Life gona le Absa Bank as well. Gore gone go hopela ha re tla go tlhalosa gore Absa Life mme yone e dirang a go re bolele the difference between the two.
Thank you, Risego. So ka bokhutshwane mo Botswana gona le dikomponente tse pedi tsa Absa. Gona le Absa Bank e leng gore ke yone e kgolo e leng gore ke tsa gore ke yone e tumileng thata mo Botswana e be gona le rona Absa Life. Absa Life ke company insurance e ikemetseng ka bonosi. So le rona re registerile ko SIPA rena le board ya rona ra di tsamaiso tsa rona tse leng gore di pharologanyo le tsa banka mme ra sikana ra sikana banka ke yone our biggest sister
mme ana go re bolelle ka maitlamo a lona le Absa Life Botswana yone e leng gore bo yo ka metsi kana o bosa di bosa le hayana
a wonder ya so ka bokhutshwane Absa Life re simolotse go dirisanya le Batswana ka 2011 go le March kana kwa teng di company tsa life insurance ne di le 5 hela gompieno re 80 mo go 5 o 2 ha ba stole ba le teng ya no ya ka lina la rona le bua Absa Life rekisa life insurance so ke insurance e leng gore ya boloka gape ya thusa ha ile gore go na le bogole jalo mme ha o botsa gore mandate wa rona keng ke rata gore we don't just sell life insurance, we sell more secure futures. So gore isago e be le babalesegile ka gore yo tshwereng policy ya rona o itse gore a go kata leso a go kata bogole o ta ba babalesegile and insurance re rekisa thata re dirisanya le bona ba Absa Bank mme gona le metswedi e mengwe e leng gore ra e dirisa go rekisa life insurance ya rona e leng gore gape e kwata go tshwaela gore re kgona go rekisetsa o le Resego re kgona go rekisetsa kompone e tshwana le BTV re rekisetsa di union le dikereke jalo
motho ba ka botsa gone gore re Modikwa ha sala ka le launch how has been the uptake ya Batswana mo nako ya bogompieno ba setse ba itse ka tsone di life insurance se leng gore re bua ka tsone gore ha o tsamaya o lebile gore teng I think also even in terms of your database hela gore ha re simola re ne le batho ba le 5 ngwa gona rena le batho ba le 10 20 23 re ne le batho ba le 100
re se go ntetle gore ke lebelle Botswana ka kakaretso ke sedimose gore re haka re le Batswana mo dikgeng tsa life insurance so mo insurance go na le mo go bidwang go te penetration rate gore ha re lebella di premium tsothe tsa life insurance e be re bapisa le itshulelo a lehatsi e be re tla ka palo e re reng penetration rate so ka maswabi mo Botswana re santse re le ko morago re tsamaya go 2% ha o lebile penetration ya life insurance South Africa ba go 12% 2% 12% ha o lebella Namibia la tsile re bapileng lone le leng gore ka dipalo ra lekana ka itshulelo GDP ya rona is nearly twice as big as ya bona ba tsamaya go 3.5% ya no dipalo tso di ka go supegetsa gore mo Botswana ka kakaretso o ka re santse re le ko morago mo go tsa life insurance mme ke se leng gore le rona ra se itemogela and gore e be ke le ha go bua le ka Absa Flexi ke gone gore re batla go lwantsha seemo sones
motho ba botsa tota gone gore re Modikwa o hana o bua yalo ka re tlo go tla re bua yalo ka yone Absa Flexi funeral plan gona gore mme botlhokwa ja gore be le gore I send my loved ones ka tsele hapegileng botlhokwa jwa teng ke eng hela tota why ke swantse re be le gore ke a tsoga phakela be ke rutse gore ke Absa Life ke a go joina insurance
ya ke rata botso hela thata ka gore ya ka ke setse ke buile Batswana ba le bantsi ga ba hemega so rona ko absa re dumela thata gore le ha tsela Botswana le gole ke gore ha go diragala dintsho go diragala bogole e be ile gore go na le sefemo se ileng gore se baballa ba ba salang so ha o le mogolo o le Motswana o na le maikarabelo o tshwantse gore o nne le kgwetho eo ya gore ha ke se on teng ba ba salang e be ba khona gore botshelo bo tswelela itshulelo e sa wele ko tase mme le wena o ntse le mo botshelong dithuso tsa insurance di a thusa nka go ha se kai ka ya bogole ha gona po eteng a kanye gore tsatsi lengwe o ka nna le kotsi kana tsa botsogo tsa dira gore a ba sa thole a khona go bereka mme di insurance tsone tse ileng gore di a thusa di khona gore go na le sekai se ke ratang go sa ko South Africa go na le rewangaka a le 29 years old a ba nna le bogolo jo bo irang gore a ska thola khona go bereka mme because na le insurance ya disability e bidang go permanent health insurance eo e mo duela salary go ithela a gore ga ko retirement age ya gagwe a ke 60 a ke 65 so ka bona hela gore insurance e botlhokwa ntswa so se hemang se iragale gompieno
ko lapeng ha ile gore ke gone yalo o tshibang jalo television ga go tla ke ga kolle ha gore ke na the managing director tsa gone ka go Absa Life Botswana re tla go bua jalo ka the new funeral plan e leng gore teng gone ka kwa nne re ntse re tlhalosa le botlhokwa jwa gore wa sentse re beele gore o tsa insurance le gone gore ha re bua ka Absa Life Botswana ke eng se leng gore a beele gore re bua ka sone ha re tswedisa puisana rona ma ke batla gore anong re tsene before ra go bua ka the Absa Flexi funeral plan ke batla gore mpolele gore in terms of the ha isona ntla gore ke di package go sa di plan tsa lona a ke tsa batho hela ba ileng gore ba bereka khotsa you also cater for people ba ileng gore ga ba bereka and what are some of the basic prerequisites ileng gore la be le gore la di batla ene gore go tla bo to tshwantse re be le gore 18 years pele ha re tla go buisa yone the flexi funeral plan
thank you ka bokhutshwane molao wa Botswana le one go na le ha o tsayang karolo o tshwantse gore o bo le mogolo o le ngwaga tsa 18 kwa go godimo yaanong di cover tsa rona o kgona go etsa e le gore wa ipaballa kana o baballa masika le ditsala o kgona go tsenga le ditsala o kgona go tsenga le botsadi mme gape re ntse re bile melao ya Botswana ka gore go na le di kgang tsa gore bangwe ba kgona go irisa di financial services go hitla madi a ileng gore gongwe ga bonwa ka ditsela tse di thamaletseng ra go tlhoka tsotlhe tse e leng gore Batswana ba setse ba di toetse gompieno tsa KYC mme di product tsa rona tota di iretswe Motswana mongwe le mongwe mme se segolo ke gore a bana le account a bana le account ko bankeng e ka tswa ile banka nngwe le nngwe la se banka ya Absa mme ntse re rotloetsa gore
a tlanko Absa gape gore go nne motlhofo le a motho a setsa batla di payment le go tracer gore mo kgone go duela ga wa kgona imagine o le mo Absa bank e be gape o bua gape le gore your life cover or life insurance e mo Absa Life so it's going to be very easy
le ha ke batla gore tota go go bankang teng re rile gore go nne motlhofo mme ka o bua ha o le lesika o le gaufinyana gongwe ga o tsena o ta kopantswa ke monyenyo o setseng o tlwaetse
okay a yana re tsena mo go yone the Absa Flexi Funeral Plan e leng gore ke yone the new baby ya gonana ke bone le launch yalo it was a very small intimate session ke utlwa re gato ga senya batho ba le 23 go na le 25% cashback after 3 years or the first year of your premiums but anyway you are here to tell us about that I think hela go tshimologa re bolelle gore the Absa Flexi Funeral Plan e tlale sna go lemoga eng as from the planets e leng gore lentse na le tsone and what can I benefit from this particular plan
so mo nakong ya gompieno re setse re na le a funeral policy e bidwa khomotso e leng gore it's actually our best seller so re setse re na le a funeral policy e leng gore ya bereka Batswana ba irata mme ke setse ke buile ka gore mo Botswana insurance ga ise hitelle gongwe le gongwe re itemogetse gape gore go na le dikgwetlho tsa affordability tsa gore Batswana go na le ha ba pitlaganang teng mme ba tlhoka product insurance ka gore ba batla ba balla ba masika le ditsala mme e be le gore gongwe ba kganelwa ke yona kgang ya go kgona ko pateng so dikgwetlho tse ke tsone tse di rileng gore yaanong ha re reeditse bona ba ba reetsang ba re bolelela gore kana Batswana ba re ha re lebile le dipalo tsa rona, we have a lot of data because we've got a lot of data sources. E be di ra di re nya go na le tshono ya gore re ta ka product e leng gore ya go nna affordable, ka jalo ya go kgona gore e itlhela batswana ba le bantsi, ya go nna flexible ya ka lina le bua gore ha o e rekile ha seemo sa go mo botshelong se change me policy yone bentse inna. So ke tsone dikgwetlho tse di rileng gore e be re renya go na le tsona gore re ka tsenya product e ntšha e leng gore e tabele much more affordable than yone kgomotso e ke e buile.
Benefits.
The benefits. So the benefits of funeral
what's so unique about it? Why should I?
Hey, didn't me gongwe ta ke share le wena tse e leng gore ke tsa gore motswana ka di itumella go gaisa. So ra itse gore mo nakong ya gompieno re na le I go about flexibility o mo leaning. Re na le go na le gore lolapa le na le yone policy ya EPSA e be le gore yo e rekileng e be le gore gongwe wa tlhokagala. Within 90 days the partner o khona gore ba etsa a itsweledisa go sa go simula policy ntšha, go sa go simula di waiting period tse diša. Se sengwe re tshela mo nakong e leng gore re na le a lot of re tababitse adult children dependents. So gantsi mo insurance-eng ra re re cover ngwana until a le 21 years old, kana a le 25 a lo santse a tsena sekolo. But with this product la hitile 25 wa montsha mo bano wa mo tsenya under under the extended family, and then on top of that gore o khona go enjoy a higher level of cover. Ha ona le ngwana ile segolenya o re mo covera go ile. Engwe benefit e leng gore ke tsa re batswana ba ta itumela ke gore ha ile gore o tsere cover le rona we maintain le for 10 years kana go hit. Ha o gore go dingwa tsa 65 re go imolla go duela premium. So ke rona re duelang premium wa go ileng ya policy ya gago kana kanya gore policy ya gago ya ka no bua khantele go etsentse batho ba le 23 ya nong mokgwelo wothe o rwalwa ke rona re le Absa Life. O buile ka cashback kana gantsi ha o batla gore product e nne cheap go rano di feature wa di konya. Me mo go Absa Flexi re kgonne gore be re ntse re tsenya cashback e gore after dingwaga tse tharo re lemoga gore o ntsona le rona ngwaga tse tharo e be re tsa bonyenyane directly into your account.
Na Mr. Modikwa ke batla re like tso ha e be le gore ke a gone tla isimolla ka boka e price ke ra hela e ko tlase hela la ka sekolo di buitso tlhela
nya ya ka re bua gore ne re bata go hema seemo se sa gore batswana bangwe ha ba kgone go afforda insurance, so e simolla hela ka 24 pula ka kgwedi. Me another feature e leng gore I think is worthy ke gore and right so we live with a lot of single parent households. Ha ile gore o motsadi o na le bana re go cover wena le bana ba gago up to ba le 5 for 27 pula. So it is truly a very affordable policy e leng gore re dumela gore e ta thusa gore mo lehatsheng la Botswana re kgone go itlhella go di penetration rate tse di tshwanang le tsa
is your bestseller. Now you have a bestseller. Is it open to all across your branches, but on which platforms as well?
Absa Flexi go na leng an Absa Bank branch o kai bona o khona gore letsa gape mo go 362 5900 362 5900. Me gape ha ba ta go itse ka di product tsa rona ka botlalo o ka mo website ya rona absalife.co.bw absalife.co.bw and ki re se re kgaoganye re se go go absalife.co.bw re ipelahatsa ka gore ke rona hela insurance company mo Botswana a ke ya life a ke ya dithoto ya short term ke rona hela ba ile gore re kgona go rekisa insurance online. Which means o khona go reka policy e be policy document e tsena mo inboxing ya gago o sa go
la re tsamaela.
Thank you.
All right. Rathe Modikwa, it was a pleasure. Thank you so much.
All right.
weso ka tsene se ke gona ka puisana me le the managing director wa ka kwa Absa Life Botswana e tla ka go bokhutlong ke bua jalo ka Rethebe Modikwa nna re bua jalo ka the new funeral plan e leng gore teng e bilwang go the Absa Flexi funeral plan e simolang jalo ka 24 pulanyana hela ha le gore batla go itse go feta fa ya tla di office tsotlhe la tsa Absa tse di a nameng le hatse ka bopara tsone tsa Absa Bank yalo o ka di bona gone ka ko mme ha le gore batla kitso e pehela tsena mo website ya bone www.absalife.co.bw mo maranyane o ka tsena mo paging ya Absa Bank Botswana also ka ba letsa mo 3625900 we so tla re be gone fa tla re boa ka fa re beretsana mo khasing ya rena dikgangela ntla mo tsela gompeno e le dikgang ka teme ya rena ya Setswana.
gore di a tshwenya jalo mo go tsa metshameko ke dikgang tsa anti-doping o ka itsealo gore ha o ka ya ha maragonyana motho a ka re ngwaga le ngwaga le ha tshela Botswana le nna jalo the positive cases tse leng gore di nna teng looking at our population bo lebala dipalo tse leng gore re nna le tsone tsa anti-doping it is a great concern mme le gale ithela re ipotsa gore gone mme ke se se irang gore batshameki ba helele gore they test positive the pressure e leng gore ba nna le yone to qualify for big games kana go iragala ka tselentseng jang me go ta go utwa jalo ka se le gona gore how do we deal with everything only an athlete o le mokatisi o le Motswana hela kwa lapeng during cases se le gore ngwana wa ba testile positive ke tse sebaka se ke dutse ke amogele jalo Professor Tshepantsube who is a sports psychologist Mibilelene he is a former athlete so he will be putting on two hats today gore as an athlete go tsaya eng gore o batla go ipana o qualify and as a sports psychologist, how do you deal with everything? Prof, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. How are you?
I'm good. Good morning. Thanks for having me this morning.
I think you'll agree with me that, looking at our population, the cases, the positives anti-doping, it's a great concern.
Yeah, I have said this before that doping is a major threat to our Botswana sport. It's the single most thing we need to everyone. I make it now. I want to rerun to address this problem because always say if they test 20 athletes, a huge number, maybe over 60% would come out positive. Yeah. So it's a major problem. Every testing that occurs, we even top athletes that we have, including Bailon Cordano, there's high level. So it's a major problem that we need to make sure that we address at regulation level, at education level, even at team level, really at all levels.
Like I mentioned, you were an athlete yourself. Let's talk about a situation where you are preparing for, big games. You want to qualify for your world championships. Why? It's do all Africa games, do Olympics. You want to qualify. And as an athlete, you literally do everything that you can to make sure that you qualify.
Yeah, research shows, regardless of where you are in the world, that athletes want to qualify and want to win. And they will do anything, including taking prohibited substances, to be able to qualify and be able to win. It's scary because even if it harms their health, they will do it to be able to win and be able to be in a team. So athletes really want to win, and sometimes they would take these substances to enhance their performance, even if it harms their health. So now, across the world, there are many things that you can be able to do to mitigate and be able to solve this problem or make an attempt to solving it. One way is regulation. So how can a lot of countries, including the United States, they will regulate at a national level. For example, in the United States, if you take prohibited or even you give them to athletes, you do that, you could be arrested by the FBI. The FBI. They could literally arrest you. So that's at a national level. But in Botswana, we are not at that level yet, where the police can arrest you for taking or giving an athlete a steroid. So at a national level. And then if you look at the United and some of these other countries, if you go a level below at a national level, you go to like US Olympic Committee, which is our Botswana National Olympic Committee. At that level, they also have regulations that deal with coaches, athletes who are able to use or be able to give to others to be able to use. They can also be taken measures against them. Even if you go a level lower than that, like at USA Track and Field or Botswana Athletics Association, they would have regulations that, let me give you a simple example. How we were the Tokyo Olympic Games, Shakari,
Yes.
Yes. It was not the World Anti-Doping Agency that actually suspended her. It was the US Track and Field that actually suspended her. Before World Athletic, the Anti-Doping Agency could come in. So we need to address it at a regulation level and then as well as other levels also.
And you know, talking of issues of regulation, Prof, we know the pressure and sometimes you have already qualified for those major events. Like go airport, so USA for instance, or any other country, there's a lot that is going through your mind. So Santa Hela Ronate the issues are hey Kaparia Bana Banaba 10 hours to go airport before they can board another flight. But olibala timengwe all geared up babante, it's uniform, ba heta ba hotsana, and they might be, you know, all nice and everything, but I want to beat them, you know. How much are we doing, or what should we do? We sack them, you know, we give them counseling before these games, before you're traveling. It's kind of issue in the case, that's when we say, oh no, let now cancel this child.
Yeah. In terms of performance at major games and be able to win at major games, all the basic necessities needs to be met, including, like, for example, in terms of clothing, our athlete shouldn't look at a USA athlete and be like, oh, that's a nice jacket. I wish I had a jacket like that. So those need to be met. Clothing, meals, accommodation, everything needs to be met. Travels to games, it shouldn't be a psychological distraction. It should be very smooth. I remember All Africa Games here 2015, go Brazzaville. Botswana chartered a flight for the team to fly directly from Botswana into Brazzaville. That's what should be happening. So when you do that, you are addressing all problems that athletes normally deal with. And then you allow athletes to just focus on the competition. Because if there's any other thing that they try to process in their mind, it becomes a distraction for them. You don't want Botswana athlete to admire and idolize an athlete from another country. They need to see themselves as the best to ever walk the face of the earth. So when we do that, good, provide all those, and then we can do mental training properly. But a tie, and then you're training focus, then we're moving several steps backwards. So we need, like now I saw that the budget, Botswana sports got more money than they did the previous year. That's a good thing. So that money needs to be spent on athletes to ensure that they are prepared for games, and then the mental training is done properly. Yeah,
it's just a fun to do in the tricky, the complicated in a way. What no, Renati the athlete list the hurricane selling or like in the green and the red. We giving an athlete literally a paper profile or we is that enough? In terms of us, had to ruta bakatisi babone by literally they are the parents. Even you know the parents that idea, that knowledge, this is not allowed, this is allowed, so they can somehow monitor.
Yes. So in terms of the list is there, it's public, and but if you can look at the list, you would find the names that are in that list are extremely scientific and very complex for athletes, even general population to understand. But if you look at the actual products that are purchased from the shop, you'd find that they use what you call brand names, which are very familiar and easy to understand. But what is in the list all the time is the substance contained in those brand that we buy. So now, the problem that we deal with, especially in Botswana, and there's a study that I just did that looks at this, that the major problem is the use of supplements and the use of some energy drinks that athletes take. Now, those energy drinks are just available in the market. You can walk into a shop and be able to purchase and be able to use. And supplements are that athletes buy from the shop. So now, those supplements, what should happen is that each team needs to have a properly trained sports nutritionist who understands what athletes should take and not take. And then, because training for elite performance takes a lot on athletes, they need to recover. We cannot run away from that. So that nutritionist needs to guide on what athletes need to take when we are sure that this substance, it's safe, it's allowed. But if we don't have, athletes will walk into a pharmacy, will walk into a shop and be able to purchase anything and be able to drink it. But how can level 10 years ago and today, there are so many today energy drinks that are very confusing.
And it is cheap.
And they're very affordable.
Yeah.
And we don't, for the most part, athletes don't know what's contained in those. And a lot of those energy drinks, a lot of times, high caffeine, are addictive. Every day you got 10 because they're addicted to it. So now we need to address this issue at the supplements and say, athletes don't take anything that we don't give there. Because if we don't step in and be able to give them something that we know it's legal, it's allowed. But the question is who gives? For example, BOTSWANA athletics. They have to have an expert who works with the national team, who will make a decision, who say, I can put my head on the block, so because harsa bahisingwe, bonaba go ipadu tsidintsi, e become so re na le mathata re tlhola nalo.
Ka mose ba sa itse gore o testile positive because o nole eng kaeling, but if we have that particular person elong gore not ba focus about gore this is right, this is not right. Ka mose ha ngwana testile positive re ka go lebe you rala gore you didn't do your job, you know. And the other issue is these athletes after they test positive, Prof. In Nankarianung, okay, Kikarabo testile positive, Ramu neglect that Tamwa, Kanya Hape, Nakwadirang her comeback or his comeback.
Yeah. So now, Akire Mwana role. So BOTSWANA athletics, they have a role to make sure that there is no doping in sport. When an athlete is sanctioned for 2 years, so it's not going to be BOTSWANA athletics that ensures that that athlete is cared for post that. So now what needs to happen is that there has to be another organization with a proxy that supports athletes who have doped. For example, they could attach them to maybe a unit at the University of Botswana or a unit somewhere that supports those athletes, or counseling unit who deal with counseling. Yeah. Be able to support those athletes. The government is able to fund and be able to support and ensure that those athletes are cared for. Not necessarily directly BOTSWANA Athletics or BOTSWANA Olympic Committee or BOTSWANA Sports Commission, but there has to be support. I get Hamoto testile positive. So the idea should be rehabilitation. So they need to be rehabilitated and then being brought back into the sport. So there has to be support through one organization, because we need them.
Right, and you know, the support in a way, whether we like it or not, the mental health of the athlete is going to be affected.
Yes, actually, research shows for athletes who are suspended, they are more susceptible to psychological symptoms. More isolated, they are depressed, they have anxiety problems. That's why they are suspended. We need to support them and reach out to them, ensure that also give them other things that they are able to do. For example, they could go to school, they could learn new skills and be able to find things that they are able to do beyond the sport.
But how can we try, Prof, to say the athlete pressure? What can we do to ease the pressure more
Yeah, the pressure is a lot, actually, even in Botswana now, because athletes are competing at a high level. One of the 800-meter guy, Masarela, did very, very well. We're seeing Litsila doing very, very well. So now there's intention to be good. The government, they are how winner could Olympic so there are so many things.
Even the world is just looking at Botswana like, oh, Litsile did wonders last year in Budapest. What is he going to do this year in Paris?
So there's a lot of pressure. So we need to have good expertise, the psychology, sports psychology, supporting athletes, calming them down. It's also okay for the government to say, you guys are good, just relax. You will still win. You remember one of the lines that we normally use. When Tiger Woods went to do his first master, his first father told him, you go there, you do well, you don't do well, you still remain my son, whether you win or you don't win. So we need to assure athletes that they're great, whether they win or they don't win. And when we do that, then they will win.
It even goes to, the coaching staff, the support, kana harri team, I agree team with hona le mokatisi, hona le matutsa mokatisi, hona le the manager, hona le HOD at that time. Le bona hore re ba rute kana re ba twetse newe gore le ha o tsamele le team le mokatisa you don't bring a medal. It doesn't make you a bad coach. As an HOD o tsamele le team kwena o nongwe eteletse pele you come back o ta o sena medal o mongwe nna tsamele le team ya tsile ka di medal. It doesn't make you a bad person. What is said around the camp also matters.
Yes, it does matter. So what needs to happen, like ideally we'll set goals and say, okay, this is what we want to achieve at these games, looking at the resources we have, the athletes we have, all those factors together, this is what we want to achieve. And then we work towards it. We achieve it, great. We don't achieve it, we evaluate and see how we can move forward. Typically, Botswana context, Howard Gaming, you are the head coach. Maybe you only coach one athlete from that team. So but at least about those athletes, they're back home. They still work with them one way or the other. So it doesn't necessarily make you a bad person. But we need to ensure that when we say, okay, we want to achieve this at these games, everyone who's part of the team needs to be present. Paris 2024, you need to have at least an athlete rep in the room, the coaches in the room, the sports psychologist, the strength and conditioning person, the chef de mission. Let's have a conversation about it. What do we want to achieve? 2 medals in Paris. Okay, what does it take? It takes 1, 2, 3, 4. Where do those medals come from? It comes from this, from that. It's very systematic. Yeah, we're likely to win the medals. Provide allowance on time, provide training. Athletes are going to camp here, they're going to do this, and then we are able to achieve that. But sometimes, but athletes buy a newspaper and then athletes don't have that ownership. They don't, and it also some even puts pressure on them.
Right. And kanya hore gongwe berere hey kana medi Olympic kitse di around 168 days or so to go before the Olympics, and I haven't qualified. I'm literally racing against time where ke qualify.
That's also put pressure in athletes, and sometimes they don't even qualify because there's too much pressure for them. That's why that planning is very important. Knowing, okay, like now the Olympics are coming in August, I believe, and then you say, okay, so which competition am I going to do? What time am I running now? And when am I likely to qualify? And then which competitions am I targeting? And then that systematic plan. I know that in Botswana there is always some kind of conflicts, maybe. Do I focus on the Olympics or do I focus on Diamond League? Because Diamond League, I appear, I get some money, I win, I get some money. But the Olympic Games, there's no money, to be honest, there. So athletes needs to kind of compare these and kind of juxtapose the two and decide, okay, Kira Diamond League is a one thing that's important about this is athletes, for example, who do a lot of Diamond Leagues, they tend to burn out early. They tend not to last long in their athletic career because they do so much of them. So it's important for systematic. Like Litzile now, he's on the young side. He just needs to calm down and doesn't have to do several Diamond League competitions. Also, he needs to be supported and ensure that his career is short, that even when he retires, he will still be good.
Yeah, right. Prof, thank you so much for your time. Maritana ntiri bua re libile jalo tsone di events tse di tona tsa sport tse leng gore di teng. I mean, gona le Women Africa Cup of Nations, or the mess gona le All Africa Games go Ghana, gona le metshameko ya Olympics. So it's going to be a hectic sporting schedule rather. Tse leng gore Prof Tsube wa nna botlhokwa because I mean when you're taking the mental health of these athletes is one thing that is very important. Thank you so much for your time, Prof, and good day.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for having me.
Ya ka nne ke tlhalosa ke ne ke buisana jalo le Professor Tshapantsube ne re bua jalo ka di kgantse leng gore di a tshwenya le dikgantsa doping mo lehatshileng gore gone mme ke tse leng gore se hella se dira gore re bone re nna le di cases tse di kana le gone gore bana ba re ba thusa ka tsela e ntse jang a nna le wena re gare le tsatsi la bone ka tsela ntse jalo re kopana gape mo tsatsi la ka moso ha re ta ba re gare la jalo beke ya rona ya dumela Botswana breakfast show ke bua karabo Miss K. Until tomorrow. Bye bye.
DUMELA Botswana, the breakfast show, proudly sponsored by Botswana Post. And you know that every Thursday we do have Botswana Post representatives here as we talk about all the services and products that they provide to us. And when it comes to courier services, you know that Botswana Post is very convenient and very reliable. And today I'm very excited to have Kisokofete Ngala, who is the Senior Operations Officer at Botswana Post. But there's not only two of us here. We also have the CEO of FNB, Kazungula Bridge Marathon, Robert Morgan, and we'll be talking about the merchandise distribution. You know the code, been there, done that, got the t-shirt. We're about to get into that right now. Hi, how are you doing this morning?
Good morning, Lala. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good morning.
Yes, you can think I want the energies. You know, sometimes in the morning we pull, but
I have a lot of energy.
You have a lot of
If I dispose it here, it's going to be a crisis. So I try to manage it.
All right, I'm very excited to be talking about this. Last year, Botswana Post announced that they will be in partnership with the 4th edition of the Kazungula Bridge Marathon, in partnership with the First National Bank of Botswana, and that's why you're both here.
Yes.
We're talking about merchandise.
Yeah.
I think that's the best part of everything. After the event is there, you know that, you know what, I've got the t-shirt, I have something to remember it by. Let's talk about the merchandise. Can you tell us about it?
Yes, just to give a brief background is Botswana Post has went into partnership with Kazungula through sponsorship. So the more exciting news that we're here for is that the merchandise is now ready. And so we'll be distributing it. When participants were registering, they were choosing a post office of their choice, a post office that is close to them, where we are now going to be taking that merchandise. So what is going to happen is we're going to give you a call and say, come to particular post office 123 of your choosing, then you can come and get your branded t-shirt.
All right, so we know that there are certain places where you can get those merchandise. Can you tell us about those places?
Yeah, maybe to mention also, when you get a call from the post office, you have an option to say, I'm unable to come to the post office today, so can you please deliver to me at my house, at my business? So we can do that at a very, very small fee. So in terms of where you can get your merchandise is we're distributing in all our post offices. But now we have what you call zones. We have zone 1, which is along the A1. That is where we now say it's an overnight delivery. So we're talking about Gaborone, we're talking about Greater Gaborone, we're talking about Francistown, Palape, Mahalape, and most of the cities actually are in zone 1.
So A1 around surrounding areas of the A1. This is what we call convenience when we talk about Botswana Post. So we'll be registering. Are they... Okay, I know that a lot of people are coming in, you know, not just Botswana are coming in. We have international people coming in, ready for this big marathon. I think now it's one of the biggest in the calendars. Ritsogore FNB marathon is coming. What do we have for international participants?
Yeah, I think basically what we have for international athletes is we couldn't get distribution outside the country, right? So, but what we have done is we've packaged all their merchandise. They will get it on arrival, because you'd find that some guys are coming from Kenya, you know, New Zealand, all over the world.
We get people, that's how far enough.
Yeah, we get people from US, UK, everywhere. So who are coming from outside. So, you know, as you know, logistically, you know, this arrangement they are deliver. It's quite costing. So if we have to take it to Kenya, it's going to cost us a lot of money, and it's going to cost that athlete money as well. So we have decided to package them, set them aside, and then we are going to have an international desk allocation where they will walk to the international desk, and then they get their merchandise.
All right. Happy birthday, you know.
Of course, yeah.
They'll be here.
As we move on, we're still going to engage Botswana Post going forward.
All right.
Because we're trying to come up with innovative ideas so that people can have it even more convenient to get it in the airports. when they land.
Oh, yes.
Because we have Botswana Post in the airports.
Got it
right?
everywhere.
We have Botswana Post in all cross borders, like when you go through Martins Drifts, there's Botswana Post in Slibe Peak, where, you know, go through Ramatlabama, there is Botswana Post in Lobatse, Botswana Post in Kanye, if you are heading that side. So we are going to keep on exploring, develop it going forward.
I love to hear it. It's very exciting. It's very inclusive and it's very convenient, as we like to say. But you mentioned Zone 1. Are there any other zones that we should know of? Kanaba, maybe we're not thinking A1 now. We're thinking surrounding areas. Please tell us more about that.
Yeah, we are everywhere.
Okay.
Botswana Post, we have Zone 2 and we also have Zone 3. Zone 2 we were talking about your Kasani, we were talking about your Mauns, those are on Zone 2, and then when you get to Zone 3, Kazungula is on Zone 3, and you have your Ngojani, you have your Shakawes and all the like. But where we are standing right now is any post office of your choosing, we're able to bring your merchandise there.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking merchandise, you know, you don't want to be left out. Actually busy. You know, we have these last minute people and we tend to hear about things and we just leave it for the last minute. And now I want to be part of it. I'm listening. I'm excited. I want to be part of the Kazungula marathon. Let's talk about registration. What do people need for registration? Is it ongoing? When is it ending? Can we find out more information?
I think we started our registration last year in May 1, and then our deadline was 31st of December, right? And then we closed, we reviewed our numbers. We were not yet in our target. We extended for another month up to end of January. So this whole package from May up to January is the one that is going to be distributed by Botswana Post.
Okay.
Right? It will go straight away with Botswana Post. Now, we open for late registration.
Okay.
So I want people to get this thing right? For late registration, you will not get your merchandise through Botswana Post. You are going to get it in Kasani. And one more thing you have to take into consideration is, if you are late, you stand to have a disadvantage of not even getting your size.
Oh, yes.
You see what I mean? Because, for example, if you're registering today, when are we going to print your T-shirt? Your actual size.
So this is a lesson, actually.
Yeah,
the early bird catches the worm.
But those that have registered up to 31st of January, they get their actual size, and they are all going with Botswana Post.
Okay.
As we speak now, we have delivered a consignment to Botswana Post.
Yeah.
I guess it must be on the way for some people should be getting theirs. Yes. So corporates as well. They're all gone to corporates. So we want to make sure that we have the best event ever. So, but what we have done is we have printed enough merchandise. The good thing is we have now everything delivered.
Which is convenient.
Everything is now delivered 100% as per our request from the supplier, right? So we don't want to point fingers to anyone. So we want to make sure that we want to make sure that everything is spotless.
Yeah. So for late registration, what do you need? You feel bad that you didn't do it on time, but you know what? We're trying to give hope. You can still be part of this big.
Yes. For late registration, people can still register. From now through our website, which is gazungulabridgemarathon.com. You can register. And then we also have a WhatsApp number where you can send a WhatsApp and be registered, right? But just know that you're going to get your merchandise in Kazungula.
Okay.
Yeah. That one must be clear.
That is the clear part. Or you know what, you didn't manage to catch it, but you will be part of it somehow, some way. The memories will last forever still. You know, the pictures last forever. And you'll just need your name, surname, gender, things like next of kin, contact, and your vest number, your vest size, you know. And then hopefully you'll manage to also catch that. How much is registration?
Our registration are sitting at 5 kilometers, which is 250 pula. And then we have 10 kilometers, which is 350. And then we have 21, which is 400 pula. And then we have 42 kilometers, which is the marathon, right? Which is the marathon.
Which is 5 kilometers.
Is 450 pula.
Okay.
Yeah. And one thing I can stress, this year, we have we are going to have one of the best 42 kilometers.
Oh, wow.
Probably in the region.
Okay.
Right? Because we've got the Comrade champion gracing this event.
Wow.
This year. So, and he's accompanied with another NetBank crew, right? Who are coming to run in support of him. And then we have the top Kenyans.
The top
Kenyans and the Zimbabweans.
Yes, you know.
And you name it, the whole Africa is here. We have Ethiopians who have also registered, and they will be ferried through by Ethiopian airline here. So it's going to be the real 42 kilometers in Botswana.
So not only is this going to be just a very scenic and very beautiful event, it'll also be so international that you'll get to, you know, be around real marathon runners that have done it for years, be inspired, but also be part of history, as we can say it, you know. Sounds very beautiful. Do you have any last words before I'm very excited, you know.
I'm so excited. Remember my 5 kilometers.
You know, my 5 kilometers. I'm excited. Do you have any last words?
My last word is let's go and participate. Let's go. It's a beautiful bridge. It's an iconic bridge. Let's all be there. I think also what we are excited about at Botswana Post is the category of people living with disability that will be also sponsoring.
Oh, wow.
So we are quite excited about that. So for any inquiries, please get us at 3930629, or you can email us at inquiries@botswanapost.co.bw, or just walk into any post offices. Really, we are ready with the information. We are able to give it to you. Last word is when you get your merchandise, please tag Botswana Post.
I got it, Botswana Post. Thank you so much. And Robert, do you have any last words?
Yeah, my last word is I'll just trace back to where we started. When we got into partnership with FNB for this, our vision with FNB is to build a brand, the biggest brand in the country. That was our vision. And now we have moved past the country. Now we are building a brand which is going to compete internationally.
Beautiful.
So when we get all these blue chip companies to come and join us, we set our standards to them. Our standard is to grow a big brand. It's no longer a dream. It's now a product in the market, which support the economy in all sectors, right? Especially the tourism industry, right? Tourism will always be forever.
Yes.
So we have to grow our tourism. So I always say, sports and tourism, they are aligned.
Especially in Botswana. These are the two big things that we know that attracts a lot of people to Botswana. So coming to see this beautiful bridge while you're running in it, it's everything.
So just telling the professor that, you know, sports triggers all industries.
Yes.
Yeah, be it manufacturing, mining, you know, any industry. It triggers any industry. So that's why most of the big brands are investing in sports. So we want to make Kazungula Bridge Marathon one of the biggest in the world.
And it's going there. It's going there. Before I let you go, are there any activations that will just keep hyping us up? I mean, I'm excited, but I'm sure a lot of things will be happening to excite us during this time until we get to the 24th of February.
Yeah, we have 2 activations going on this Saturday. One will be in Gaborone and the other one will be in Kasane, the home of Kazungula Bridge Marathon.
Yes.
So you are welcome to participate in the activations. They start at 5:30 in the morning. Gaborone started at 5:30. Kasane started at 6 o'clock. So it's free of charge. You're welcome to participate. We have 10 kilometers in Gaborone and 21 kilometers. We have 10 kilometers in Kasane, right?
Where do we join?
We are starting at CBD. More FNB. That's where we're starting our activation. And Kokasan, we have halfway Toyota. That's where we're starting our activations. So you're welcome to join and get yourself ready. The 5-kilometer runners.
Yeah, so 5-kilometer runners. You know, I'm so excited.
Those are the real people.
Those are the real people. We are very invested.
Who will complain and say, you know what, I really paid for this. I need this. So, but Botswana Post is getting to you to your merchandise. That one I can 100% confirm that is delivered.
I love this
Yes.
so much. The relationship is fruitful, and it's not only fruitful for both of you as companies, but also for every Motswana that's been part of it. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm sure it's going to be the greatest. Every year it's just going to keep growing, and we love to see it.
We're looking forward.
All right,
We're looking forward.
Thank you so much for joining me. This is the Kazungula Bridge Marathon happening on the 24th of February. Make sure that you go on the socials, find it. It's easy to find out all the information. If you're late, register, but still be part of it. And if you're ready, make sure you have your phone right next to you, and your merchandise may be arriving courtesy of Botswana Post. And this is how we end the show today. But before we just say bye to you, I need to go get Risoko because we need to talk about this. A beautiful Thursday morning it has been, and just before we say goodbye to you, let's just wrap up how beautiful the show was today.
The show was amazing. I think it was Business Thursday today because on the first interview the managing director wa Absa Life look at the new Absa Flexi Finro plan 24 pula Facebook Absa Bank Botswana website www.absalife.co.bw.
And of course, I had Botswana Post and FMB Botswana Kazungula Bridge Marathon talking about the merchandise distribution that's currently ongoing and the beautiful, fruitful relationship that I have right now. So make sure that if you want more information of what's happening, the services and products at Botswana Post, you go to botswanapost.post and you have it all.
Most definitely. My time with you is up for today. Remember that we are here tomorrow also between 6 and 8 in the morning. And
And
we can say good morning.
The Morning Show is proudly brought to you by Botswana Post. Rise and shine.